Wow, that was one of the crazier games of football I've watched. 3-3 is insane, and it could have been a lot more. This is maybe even more insane than the 3-3 between Real Madrid and Man City that happened last season. And the thing was, it wasn't even like I don't even know if it was a great game necessarily because I think both defenses had some moments of just like falling apart. So I don't know if I classify it as like an all-time great game. Definitely an all-time classic game. I just don't know if it's like a great game necessarily. But wow, where to even begin? Inter took the lead 2-0 fairly early on, and I had been talking to a lot of my friends about how Inter was a really good team, and I felt like they were being underestimated by a lot of people heading into these semifinals, even though they didn't have the best of performances against Bayern Munich. But they went 2-0 up, and I was getting ready to send a million I told you so chats to all my friends who I had been telling to watch out for Inter. But then Barcelona came right back in. I had assumed this would be like a kind of boring but well worked win for Inter Milan after the beginning because they had really two major chances in that first 10 20 minutes, and both of them they scored. It was pretty much all Barcelona, and yet Inter Milan was winning 2-0. And can I also say, Denzel Dumfries, take a bow. What a goal. First one wasn't too bad either, but the second one was insanity. And it's just another insane thing that happened in a truly insane game. So 2-0, Inter Milan seems set to kind of just see how to win, maybe even win 3-4-0 despite only getting a few opportunities. And that was honestly what I thought was going to happen because, at least initially, Inter Milan's defense seemed to be going pretty strong, but then Barcelona kept getting chances and they started getting really good chances. And then Lamine Yamal just took the ball and scored an absolute worldie. Pretty much all of the goals were also like beautiful finishes. So, it says something that Lamine Yamal's goal was maybe not the best one in the game because that goal was crazy. And sometimes you need some insanely talented player to just take the game on his back and do something like that. And Yamal was doing a lot of stuff for Barcelona and kept getting the ball into dangerous areas and was doing kind of what Saka does for Arsenal, but if I'm being honest, maybe even better than what Saka does for Arsenal, which is hard to do because Saka is an absolutely world-class player, but Yamal was just going crazy, and it was honestly a joy to watch him play. I don't particularly like PSG, but a PSG Barcelona final would at least be probably quite the spectacle between these two attacks who are capable of doing stuff like that. And then Barcelona kept knocking on the door, made it 2-0. And whilst the goal itself was fairly standard, the delivery in was pristine. And then it was just a little dink assist from the head. That wasn't too bad either, but the initial ball in was beautiful. And so 2-2 at halftime, and Inter Milan, despite going out at 2-0 really early on, were honestly lucky to be at a draw at halftime, which is probably a testament to just how good Barcelona are right now. And yet in the second half, Barcelona weren't quite so dominant, and once again, Inter took the lead. And Inter was never actually losing in this game, which is really impressive considering how much pressure they had to face. I think that their defense for a lot of the game was actually pretty good, even if they had some lapses. Although Barcelona did create some pretty good chances, and if they had Lewandowski up front, they might have even gotten more. Jan Sommer was on point. It always says something when the goalkeeper is said to have a really good game when he conceded 3 goals, but honestly, he faced so many shots and made some really nice saves. So Sommer was pretty good. Szczesny wasn't too bad either, and a few times he had to come out and clear the ball. So the goalkeepers both did pretty well. I think, frick, I forgot who scored the third goal. Rafinha. Rafinha scored. I guess it was technically an own goal. Wasn't really Sommer's fault. Just really unlucky with that one to have it bounce off the post and then off his back. It was still a fairly impressive shot, but it probably would have rattled off the post and bounced away from the goal if not for the back of Jan Sommer. But then it was 3-3, and Inter had a goal ruled out in a really lame way that could have made it 4-3, and who knows what could have happened from there. But that was again, just an insane game of football. I've said that a lot today. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. So much happened in the game, and there's still a second leg to play. That was crazy. And if the second leg's gonna be something like that, then I'm looking forward to it.